Hello everyone, this is Tailspin109 and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. We're inside the moon and I sacrificed all of my masks in the last video. I'm not joking, we only have the transformation masks left, so let's speak to the Majora guy here and end this. Oh shoot, I don't know, one of my audio connectors seems to be very finicky right now. Gonna have to hope it stays.
Everyone has gone away, haven't they? Will you play with me?
Yes.
You don't have any masks left, do you? Well, let's do something else. Let's play good guys against bad guys. Yes, let's play that.
You might have to give me a minute. This just doesn't want to comply at all. I don't know why. It's annoying. It was working just fine before. Alright. I think that'll do it. Anyways, we got the first Majora's Mask.
Are you ready? You're the bad guy. And when you're bad, you just run. That's fine, right?
Yeah, well, this stupid connector isn't.
Well, shall we play?
Alright. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to give me a minute. I need to make sure this will actually work. Okay, I think it's fixed. Now, this fierce Deity's Mask, it is the most obscenely powerful thing in this entire game. Essentially, it just makes you into an overpowered god, which you can use to obliterate bosses, and you can only use it during bosses, and I am supposed to be expected to use this as you'll see, you won't be allowed to use any other transformations upon getting the Fierce Deity's Mask, but I'm going to see if I can do this without it, just to make things more interesting. Alright, here we go, the final battle against Majora's Mask. It's a three-part fight. In the first part, you just deal with the mask itself. And, of course, without Zora Link, this part is much tougher. What you have to do is try and get his backside attacked to stun him. Successfully doing that, and he will get stunned. He can do various attacks like a spin attack, and eventually gains this laser ability, which, if you get hit with that as like a Zora or a Deku, you have to start the part of the fight over again. This part is really darn difficult without it. I'm not even sure if it's... Well, apparently I can do it during his little spin attack, and after doing some damage on him, the other masks will come and start trying to kill you. It's a good idea to get rid of these as soon as possible. I'm saving my light arrows for a later portion of the fight. Uh-oh. Ah, there we go. Oh, are you kidding? Well, anyways, all that's left is the Adolwa Mask. Yeah, you want to use your shield to reflect his laser ability. Because otherwise, you're going to probably get hurt. Besides, if you aim it at him, kind of like a Twin Rover fight, you can actually harm him with it. And Satan will just give you enough opportunity to hit him. There we go. Or he'll just hurt him automatically. There we go. Now let's see what he does next. He doesn't really have any other attacks, so patience can be key here. Now again, if you have the Fierce Deity's Mask, you can just target him and you'll keep shooting a bunch of shockwaves at him with your sword, making a very quick end of the fight, but again, that's no fun. I wish he would do a spin attack instead. I'd rather hit him with my gilded sword. But yeah, once you get rid of the masks, the other masks, it's not terribly difficult. But he has other forms, and his second form is kind of weird, shall we say. Oh my, the white one wasn't connected the whole time, was it? I can't tell because it comes out of both speakers no matter what, but my left speaker suddenly gained a little more power. So in this form, he usually just runs around like an idiot. And you have to try and stun him and then get some hits on him. He can also shoot a bunch of orbs at you, but that's about it. That's an easy form no matter what. The third form's a bit of a different story. And it's creepy too. This is Majora's Wrath. And those whips are going to be Majora's primary type for the rest of the fight. And this is the part that makes me think that maybe Majora's a female. Anyways, try and stun her with a light arrow, and then get your swipes in. And be very careful about her weapon attacks. The light arrows are your best friend here, so if you do not have shots to Romani, it's a good idea to save your magic for this part of the fight. I'd recommend waiting until she finishes a barrage of attacks, and then go in. You can use anything to stun her, but light arrows will last the longest, and I freaking hate my white audio connector now. And once she starts on your dash, she can create these explosive tops, and also grab you with her whip. I did all I could to try and fix the audio, but I don't know, must be getting a very weak connection after having used it so many times. I'm gonna try and fix it for the ending, because quite frankly, this is ridiculous. Ow. Oh, those tops have eyes. Oh, those. Wow. Even when it's not moving, it just hurts you. Wow. And that's that. If you know what you're doing, it shouldn't be too hard. Oh, wow. I think it actually is broken. Just try and enjoy this. I almost had it, but then it decided to flip out over nothing. Dawn of a new day.
Ah! He's awake! You guys, you hadn't forgotten about me? You still thought of me as a friend? Did you save me? I thought they didn't want to be friends with me. But they hadn't forgotten about me. Friends are a nice thing to have. Could you be my friend too? You have the same smell as the fairy kid who told me that song in the woods. I know! Let's do something!
Oh, so the evil has left the mask after all. Well now, I finally have it back. Since I am the midst of my travels, I must bid you farewell. Shouldn't you be returning home as well? Whenever there is a meeting, a parting is sure to follow. However, that parting need not last forever. Whether parting be forever or merely for a short time, that is up to you. With that, please excuse me. But my, you sure have managed me quite a number of people happy. The masks you have are filled with happiness. This is truly a good happiness.
Well, both of us have gotten what we were after. So this is where you and I part ways, isn't it? You know, it was kind of fun. Well, it's almost time for the carnival to begin. So, why don't you just leave it? Go about your business. The rest of us have a carnival to go to. Thank you.
And with that, the white audio cable decides to work for the ending. That is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Well done. Now obviously this game took a very different approach from Ocarina of Time, but that is not necessarily a bad thing. What this game attempted to do is something I find very interesting, and it's also very well done. Just kind of a pity we never got this kind of direction ever again. It's actually very well done. If there is one thing I can say, the main story itself can be a bit small. And the side quest, it's really what brings a lot of the meat to this game. Now that alone keeps me from calling it one of my favorites, because you shouldn't have to rely entirely on the side quests to get a full enjoyment out of the game. But in this case, if you really want to enjoy this game, you have to do those side quests. They're what adds so much of the flavor and the magic to this game. Aside from that, there's obviously some graphical improvements thanks to the little memory expansion here. We used to have a bootleg one though, and it used to make these creepy sounds after a while and then eventually crash. That was always a pain. Especially because you don't want to lose your quick saves in this. The music is, once again, like Ocarina of Time, phenomenal. This time around, creating some of the strongest emotional tunes in the entire franchise with the final hours and the Song of Healing. They fit very well with the world, and gotta mention the world, yeah. Okay, the world, it is very I guess, basically it's set up. We got a main area, and then each quarter of the world is a completely separate setting. It's a basic kind of setup, but it works well to identify with the various areas, and yeah. If you want to see all these sections of the ending, you actually have to get the masks. This is why the masks are worth getting. If you didn't get the Postman's Hat, you wouldn't see this. And it just makes this ending so darn rewarding. I love this ending. It is so beautiful. It gives a lot of very happy vibes. I love it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about the world. It's basic in its setup, but it does its job, and the dungeons were pretty darn interesting this time around, each one having a nice little central mechanic, especially the Stone Tower Temple, which is a very impressive dungeon, especially given this is an N64 game. What they were able to pack into this game is absolutely impressive. With the unique dungeon setups, the intense amount of side quests, and the extra animations they have for all the characters, along with the fact that they all work on a clock-based schedule, which is a very amazing feat in my opinion, especially for a game that was just in the start of the 21st century. It was a good way to bring Zelda into the new century. I don't know what to say. I just kind of want to listen to the music right now. It's just so darn good. That's one thing I can say. This game has a lot of emotional depth to it. You start to care about everyone due to the millions of problems everyone has to deal with, along with the apocalypse right in front of their faces basically the entire game. It makes you want to help out these characters. You want to solve their problems. And that is an indication of a good game. It definitely does its job. While the smaller emphasis on the main story is enough for me to not call it one of my favorites, I can't deny that it's once again a very well done game and highly worth recommending to anyone, basically. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be quiet here. This is what happens when you get the couple's mask. Oh man, the couple side quest is so worth doing, but with all happy things, there is still some lament. That's apparently the Deku Butler's son. Despite all we've done, we couldn't bring him back. And as for Link, well, he still has his own personal journey yet to complete. I wonder if Link ever got out of those woods alive. He is in Kokiri after all, and anyone who gets lost turns into a Stalfos. I wonder if that really happened. It's just that, based on this last screen, something tells me he never did find Navi. So, while it's a happy ending, it's also very bittersweet. And that leads to, well, the main reason I feel like this game is so worth playing. the emotional depth that you get out of all the characters, which, based on how simple all the side characters were in Ocarina of Time, this is a huge surprise. And I don't think they really ever got the characters up here again. I mean, don't get me wrong, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, they all have nice characters that you care about. But you don't get the same weight that you do in this game, with death on pretty much everyone's shoulders. That is where the true magic of the game comes from. And with that, I'm done with this game. I'm honestly surprised how long this one took. Even longer than an Ocarina of Time. I was not expecting that. So with that, I'm going to look through that little poll I made, and from there see the order in which I'm going to be playing the next 3 games between Final Fantasy Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and Resident Evil 2. And then, well, whatever's first, you'll be seeing that game next. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching as much as I've enjoyed playing this game. It's always a treat going back to these Zelda games. Until the next video, this has been Tails Fan 109, and have a nice day.